Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the Grizzly Digital Network, as we're joined now by our Grizzly of the Day and today's starting pitcher for GGC and Nikolay Uherek. How we doing, bud?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain. Big win for the Grizzlies today, 5-1 against Tennessee Wesleyan. To yours today's starting pitcher, and unfortunately, I think you get the no decision today. That's the short end of the stick sometimes for you guys. But without your performance, we're not tied going to the eighth. It really sets up things well. Going into the game, the Grizzlies had a little readjusted defense behind them. Pascal moves over to short. Soto's in at third. McCorkle's at second. What was your mentality before even first pitch with that defense behind you?
Well, I'd never have a doubt with our defense. We always have a guy, behind the starters, a guy ready to fill in and to make any type of adjustment, whether it's middle infield or the outfield. We did switch the infield up a little bit. Like I said, I just go in there and just try to throw ground balls. I mean, hats off to my defense. Those guys they're good players. So. And
that's exactly what you did today. 6 1/3 innings, just 5 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Very democratic about it. What's your mentality out there on the mound? Because the guy for Tennessee Wesleyan, Ryan Hartman, he's out there striking everybody out. 10 strikeouts in him. Did you feel like you had to match him inning for inning? What was your mentality?
Well, first off, he's a great pitcher. Him and I were just trying to go in there, and we both succeeded at trying to get ahead on a few guys or trying to bury them to try to help my defense out as well. My mentality was to study each batter every time they came in and to locate my fastball, to not necessarily throw strikes, but just get ground balls and try to stay in the zone.
So you did that pretty well today. You come off in the seventh. Coach Stromdahl comes to get you. We're tied at 1. Mm-hmm. You come out in the seventh. What's going through your mind?
Well, I mean, my team's behind me, and I got to do the same for them. Coach Stromdahl, I might have reached my pitch limit, and I'm behind Coach Strom with whatever decision he makes. As you could see, it worked out for us, and Davis is a great pitcher, and he threw the ball in the strike zone, and he got outs quickly. So.
Yeah, Davis Atkin comes in and really closes the door on Tennessee Wesleyan there in 2+ innings of work, picks up the win, his third of the season. And then in the eighth, we produced a couple of doubles there. Pascal gets things going, and McCorkle scores him. What was going through your mind there in the dugout? Where were you at? Who were you standing next to, and who'd you high-five in the eighth?
Well, I mean, I high-fived, I think, everybody in the eighth. But I'm proud of McCorkle. He had a few at-bats early in the game, and he was struggling at the first few at-bats, but then he came through, and they tried going in on him again, and he pulled on it and, got that double. So
yeah, big at-bat there from McCorkle. The Grizzlies are now 10-0. Perfect 10-0 on the season. I'm going to make more of this than anybody else will. Are the Grizzlies playing perfect baseball, or can we get better?
We can always get better. There's always room for improvement. We're just trying to take every game at a time. Coach Stromdahl can't stress enough that every game we're 0-0, and every game we got to come out and play, to the best of our abilities. And if we have to make an adjustment, whether it's defensively, offensively, we'll do that in order to win. So. Well,
adjustments were all around today as the Grizzlies win again by a final score of 5-1. Nikolay, you're our Grizzly today here, man. Shout-outs. Who's back home? They're watching up in Maryland, or who's here in the ballpark tonight?
Yeah, my parents back home, Laurie and David Uherek. I love you guys, and I hope you were able to watch online.
Absolutely. Nikolay, well said, buddy.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations again.
Thank you, sir.